All right, guys, gals, welcome back to SOS. I'm BA.
Happy New Year, Sippy.
All right, so we've got, we want to start the new year off right. 2025, these are things to keep on your list all the time and to be aware of. The 10 items that disappear during a disaster. 10 items. But this is probably going to go further than 10 items, but I have
some side items.
These are side items, so we're gonna have some side items that go into this. But it's amazing what disappears. It's stuff that you would not think disappears.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a family, then you see more than anyone else what really disappears during disasters. What's one of the first items you would say disappears? Almost right off the bat. I mean, we've been through disasters, so
water. Always. That doesn't matter what disaster it is.
Yep.
Water.
Every freaking time. Water bottles gone. Any water container of any kind gone. And I got clever. I was like, I'm gonna be Mr. Clever Guy, and I know what to get the kids for this disaster. I'm gonna go get Capri Suns. Right? We're gonna get Capri Suns and little juice drink mixes and stuff, because you can't drink the water. The water's done. So, gone. Drink packets, gone. Any drink packet you could think of was gone. Anything. Liquid that a kid could drink.
That was convenient.
Gone. Convenient. Gone. All gone.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That would definitely be number one on the list right there, is water-related items gone. Number two, I'll point out toilet paper.
Yeah.
Toilet paper was gone. Every bit of it. Every last. There wasn't a little triangle or a sliver or square ply to break off anywhere. It was gone.
We had to go back to the only 2 packs per person routine during our hurricane issue.
They would only allow you to take a certain amount, and like they were total Castafos about buying it too during the disaster. It's crazy. And that being said, the other item, I'm going to add this item, baby wipes.
I was shocked up, but when you think about it, during our disaster, I was like, there's no baby wipes.
There's no baby wipes. Gone.
All gone.
And because of that, it's because it's for personal hygiene.
Yeah.
Not just babies, okay?
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted and think that. I mean, this also went into like the automotive section. I went back to try and get some hand wipes and stuff from back there. It's gone. All that stuff goes away. Also, like the blue shop towels and stuff, that all disappears.
But luckily, we just buy one extra item a month.
We do that a month.
We had plenty, but I just was like, holy crap, all the wipes are gone. It's a good thing I don't need baby wipes, because it's gone.
Now, one thing that we do, just to give you pointers, like if you want to know how to avoid these types of things, like one thing that we do is for our food storage, we don't have just like our food storage. We have our locker system, but the other thing that we keep in there is the other items. That goes into consumables. We call it consumables. That's what we call it, right? It's like consumables. Yeah, it's because we've got... Stop throwing things at me. There's like your... You okay there?
I just had to get my caffeine.
Okay. You've got your paper plates, because, you can't wash dishes and stuff, so we do paper plates and disposable forks and stuff. We got kids, so it's like feeding an army.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure we're prepared for that type of stuff. So there's got to be plenty of toilet paper stored and wipes and stuff. What was the other item? We were
tuna.
Oh, that.
Are we going into food?
We can go into food right now.
Or do you want me to go into medical?
No, it's fine. I'll do tuna. Tuna was gone.
Oh yeah.
Tuna was gone.
Yep.
Out of the canned foods, anything that was convenient for protein, convenience and proteins, gone. That stuff disappears quick. Anything for convenience, it goes into like grain bars, stuff you can grab and tear open and just eat. All that stuff was gone. That stuff disappears fast. And into the food, which are like hot dogs and stuff like that. Everybody's seen the price of pork products, how they've gone up over the years. Well, you know, back in the day, you used to be able to spend like 50 cents. You can get a pack of hot dogs now instead of, and we've seen them go from 50 cents to $2 to $3. Now we're at like, you'll see a pack of hot dogs for like $8. And yeah, insane. Because I'm the one that goes and gets the hot dogs because I'm like, it's the quick food for feeding 4 kids. So you're feeding, you know, well, 3 kids that eat hot dogs. The other one eats baby food. But when you got to feed that many kids, you're like, well, I better get a pack of hot dogs, blah, blah, blah. You don't get just like the, you know, you spend like $3-4 and you're like, score, man. I got those for freaking, that's way cheaper. But during a disaster, you won't be paying that much. You're going to be paying freaking $8 because you're going to get the last item. Nobody wanted to spend their money on it. That's all you got. If you were in a crisis, you're stuck with those high prices because that's all that's left on the shelf.
Yeah.
All your cheaper, low budget items you can afford to buy, gone.
Yeah.
Everything's gone like that. And that goes into every type of food that there is. You're going to be stuck with the most primo stuff available. Nobody ever buys. That also goes to tofu. Nobody buys tofu. So seaweed. You're going to... Yeah, seaweed. Ain't nobody going to eat that. Bread, gone. I'm just going to stick with food for a minute. Bread's always gone.
Yeah.
But a lot of those things, anything quick, easy to make, gone. Pizza, gone. Your pre-made pizzas on the shelf, gone. Empty. Every single one of them are sold. That's just stuff that I witnessed disappearing. And I remember we were together grocery shopping, and we were filling in the shoes of that disaster, just staying with it. And we're like, hey, you know, let's go get a few items for eating, cooking, and things like that. And so we decided to go out. And she's like, you should pull your camera out and videotape this stuff because this is crazy. And I said, I don't feel like doing that right now because there's so many people that are showing this stuff. But it was that bad. It was so severe. Like empty shelves. It was crazy. And those are some of the food items. I've already came up with 10, but I'm going to keep it going. There's
well, there was the formula, and I think people kind of revert back to the shortages that we've had over the years. Mm-hmm. And I think they're like, oh crap, I bet formula is going to be short supplied again. So I think that's why people kind of beeline to certain items, like toilet paper from COVID and all that crap. Mm-hmm. It's like that's always gonna
muscle
be,
memory.
That's always going to be taken. But a lot of the formula was pretty much gone.
Gone.
And diapers.
Diapers were gone. No. Wipes were gone. Anything baby related. If you had like the type of foods baby really like to eat, like sweet potatoes. Yeah, babies love sweet potatoes. Gone. Babies love bananas. Gone. And apples. Gone. So you were stuck with like the other stuff, like they had plenty of like formula meat. It's like the baby's not gonna eat that pureed meat. And it's like babies are very picky about stuff. They don't do peas, they don't do green beans, they don't do any of this, carrots. They'll spit that crap right out. Most babies don't eat that stuff. Somebody should probably do a sit down and figure out what babies actually eat. It's like, okay, they like bananas and sweet potatoes. We're done.
Yep.
But that's in the bulk of it. But if you're
Tylenol too.
Tylenol for
medicine,
you need to cover the medicine part because I remember all the children's Tylenol just being gone.
All of it. Even the like off-name brand gone. Tylenol gone.
Because if you wanted Equate was gone. Yeah. Like the cheap stuff, gone.
There was some ibuprofen liquid available, but all the liquids were pretty much gone. I swear, anything infant related is just gone. Mm-hmm. That like medicines is pretty much like all your basic like Tylenol, ibuprofens were gone. Mm-hmm. Everything else was okay, but I swear, some about the kids, people panic and they just buy up all the children's stuff.
All the children's stuff was gone.
So. And
it was like I I remember like the easy meals. It wasn't just like, back to the food real quick, because it wasn't just the pizzas. It was anything that was quick and easy to eat, like pot pies, TV dinners. That was all gone. Kids. It was all the kids stuff too. Anything I was shopping for kids, it was gone. Like the kids meals. Yeah, like the kids that's got
TV
little
dinners.
TV dinners, little corn dogs and whatever else are inside them, gone. It was all gone.
Pretty much any foods that don't require water.
Yeah, basically
Gone, because when you're under the
if you could use a microwave for it,
yeah,
you were good. That's what they bought. It was anything microwavable rolled out.
No dishes really required.
Yeah, because it had its own plate.
When you have no water, you got no water for nothing.
I noticed, like, when it came, like, batteries, I would, like, there would be some batteries, but it would be the most expensive batteries on the planet that were available. Nothing that was on the cheap scale. In a disaster, those checklists of things that a lot of us publish to tell you what to buy, it's crazy that those are the items that disappear. And during a disaster, like Sippy says, nobody ever goes to the camping section. You'll go back there and all that stuff's still intact during a disaster, and that's very strange. Nobody ever walks back there. But lists for these things have been around for a long time, and I highly suggest to get a Rubbermaid container and get your select items that you think you're going to need: batteries, flashlights, toilet paper. Just have
just your emergency bin.
Emergency bin, that's right.
All tucked in there.
Because if you had an emergency bin, all right, everything's gone sideways. Grab the emergency bin. We've ran out of toilet paper. You know, one of your kids are like, Mom, there's toilet paper in here. You know what I mean? Boom, we're set.
Women hygiene, of course.
Yeah, that was another thing that ran out too, didn't it? I think a lot of that stuff was very short.
Yeah, a lot of the women hygiene stuff was gone.
Yep. That stuff disappears fast. But if you had bins with these things in them, and that kind of keeps the pest out of them.
Yeah.
If you live in the country, you know there's pests. You got to deal with that. But if you had bins and you did your dry storage, you can call it dry storage or consumables, whatever you want to call it. But if you had your Tupperware bins that were already situated in an emergency, well, we've ran out of everything. Well, go to the emergency supplies. Boom. And you'll be all set, and you won't have to worry about these things. And then you won't have to fight over the last bottle of water at Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people at work that don't want to prep or have anything to do with it, I just plant the seed saying, just go to the camping section.
Yeah.
I said, if you can't find your bottled water, this and this, just go to the camping section, get your purified tablets and stuff. And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that. I'm like,
because you could purify it.
Yeah.
But
at least divert them to a place where they have an option.
We keep deep freeze, and we freeze a lot of foods like the hot dogs and stuff like that. So I buy them in bulk, and then we have them. It goes with all the meats, all the different meats. You need proteins. We try to freeze them, and I try to freeze dry. And a lot of people don't have freeze dryers, so I try to freeze dry a lot of meat and stuff and keep it stored, and that shelf life's like 25, 35 years. So your goal, if you've got a system like that where you can freeze dry and keep things stored, but that's so you don't have to worry about running electricity. Power goes out, you don't have to worry about your deep freeze keeping it going while you're in a disaster, because it starts to thaw out, and then you'll see me in the front. If it's thawing out and I don't have if my generator for some reason's not working, if I ended up in that situation and my stuff starts thawing out, I would just be in the front yard with the barbecue grill. And that's another thing, charcoal. Yeah. Charcoal runs out quick in a disaster. That's another item on the list. I totally forgot about that earlier, but the charcoal section was gone. But if you have charcoal, you can store that stuff for years. Charcoal never expires. You can put it in your basement or whatever, but you put that charcoal up, it's like that comes in handy, because it's like, well, kids, we're going to go on a protein diet for a while because we've got that deep freeze and it's starting to thaw out, so we better start cooking. And you can go out in the front yard. You ain't got electricity. You got a freaking regular charcoal grill. You're gold. You just keep it going. because I remember like the propane sold out in a disaster. You saw
Oh, yeah.
The propane racks at every single Dollar General you went to was empty. Even the little bottles, the little camping bottles, those were all gone. Anything propane was gone because you can use a propane to run a generator because our generator runs off propane or gas. So a lot of people buy that stuff up just for a disaster to keep things going. But I think that about covers it.
Well,
I just
hand
wanted
sanitizer too was out.
Yeah.
Reverting back to other pandemics, all the hand soap and the hand sanitizers were pretty much gone.
Was disappearing because of sanitation.
Yeah.
You got to keep clean.
You got to, or you're gonna just die of dysentery and cholera is gonna outbreak and you're dead. It's disgusting. Nobody likes, pooping themselves to death. That's for sure. Vomiting.
No, they don't.
That's like one of the worst things you can get.
Yep.
In my book, besides Ebola.
But
hopefully we won't have that outbreak.
You got any other items before I close it up?
No.
So I think that's about it.
I think that was the bulk of it.
Well, it's 2025.
Yeah.
We wanted to put something out, and we were thinking about this for disasters in the future. You've got a lot to look forward to. Hopefully, you don't look at the end of 2024 like Lieutenant Dan, where he's sitting there on the bar stool and Forrest Gump's yelling at him, "Lieutenant Dan, Happy New Year!" And he's like, "Yeah, you don't want to start your, when the clock hits 12, it's still the same, but you don't want to live your life that way. So, perk up, get to work, and start your preps. Stay with it, and God bless. Take care.
Stay safe.
All right."